So we're up at the start for the final of the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup for intermediate men's quads. At the top of your picture, you have the crew from Edinburgh University Nottingham Rowing Club, effectively the British under-23 quad designate for the World Under-23 Championships this year. And just on the right of your picture, going out of shot, is the crew from Skøll Orca from the Netherlands.
You're looking at 3 members of the World Under-23 champions here. They know how to race this combination. They're all from different clubs, but they're actually the British Under-23 quad. On the bottom of your screen, Skøll. Composite with Orca, who are probably their Under-23s, a mixture of their guys as well. Certainly a mixture of their Under-23s and some development guys for the Dutch team.
Well, there's one under-23-year-old, Guido de Ruyter, the man from Theta Eindhoven, in the 2-seat. That's the guy wearing the yellow top. The Theta club up there in Eindhoven in the Netherlands. But the rest of them 25 and 24, respectively. So they're a little bit out under 23s, this Dutch quad, but they are the holders. 2 of the holders in that Dutch boat from this event last year. Job Hoekslot and Lennart van Leeuwen in the stroke seat and the bow seat, respectively, were in this quad that won last year. Just a different quad off the start, beautifully smooth. We had a fantastic shot, Jess, of that Dutch quad yesterday, just the synchronicity. Coached by Peter Weersum, the Dutch Cox that you'll know. Cox, the Dutch 8. Beautiful start from both crews, straight as a die, down the track. We're off and running in the final of the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup. Off
they go. It can be tricky, this start at Henley. I'm sure it's been mentioned before, but the island on one side of you and the riverbank on the other side of you, they kind of skew the actual straight racing line, and you have to keep your head in your boat, and these boats are coxless, so they're steered by somebody's foot, to keep concentrating on what you're doing, straight as a die down that course.
I'll tell you what, I'd love having that fast station, the Berkshire station, because you get an easier line coming off the island, then you can steer straight down the booms, and these guys know exactly what they're doing in the British quad.
Good start by both crews, pretty neck and neck there for the end of the island.
Times yesterday were interesting, Jess. 1:51 to the barrier from the Dutch, 1:49 for the British under-23 Edinburgh University and Nottingham Rowing Club. So at the moment, the Dutch are going to be pretty happy that they've managed to check the British move. They'll want to stop any move from the British coming up towards the barrier. There's about 20-30 strokes to go towards the barrier. But so far, the British have a slight lead, but this is all to play for at the moment. The Dutch have got that great technique. 2 of the winners on the left of your picture, it's Lennart van Leeuwen. On the right of your picture, it's Job Hoekslot, the men from Skøll, who were in the boat that took this event last year. They won by 1 length.
The Brits have just slipped a couple of seats there, Martin, though, as we're talking. And they're going to be enjoying that moving through to the barrier. The Skøll guys very, very still in their movement, though. Nice sculling. Are they powerful enough to keep in contact with this under-23 men's GB quad?
So as we look at this picture, you can see the purple of George Bourne, the 21-year-old from Durham University. He is rowing in this British under-23 quad. And at the moment, they have a significant lead from the Dutch quad from Skøll and Orca. Just about half, 3/4 of a length. But it's not the sort of lead you want to have in a fast-moving race like this. Nice tailwind conditions blowing the crews down the course. The umpire, John Hedger, with his Hampton hat on, resplendent in the bow of the umpire's boat. Both crews straight as a die, giving you no trouble at all, Jess.
Yeah, that's some good sculling there. And these guys are going to be looking at this race as a stepping stone towards the under-23s this year. The British crew on the right of your screen, the Berkshire station. And so far, this is a great campaign start, because they are sitting 1 length up in the Prince of Wales here.
So the British quad, coached by Kieran Clark, the Tideway Scullers School coach, who took Sam Mayer to a medal in the double sculls in the 2017 under-23s, took him to a gold medal together with Josh Armstrong and Matt Hayward, who are stroke 3 and 2 in that boat last year. I saw them race in the under-23s in Poznan, beat the Italians and Germans. They were one of the crews of the championship. Such a powerful crew. See the Dutch having trouble with their steering, Jess.
Just moving across there. You do not want to be sitting in those dirty puddles. We've said it all week. Stay down your line. I think both crews are veering towards the middle of this course. And are they going to get a warning now? You don't want that, because the Skøll crew have not lost contact. They're about a length down. That's still all to play for here.
Lennart van Leeuwenhoek in the stroke seat is the man steering that Dutch quad, and he has put them a little bit off the course. And you saw a little look around there from the bowman, Job Hupslot, and he just thought, well, you're too close to them. You could see they're touching the puddles, Jess. Just what's that going to do to them?
I would not like to be rowing in that. You want to be rowing in the cleanest water, and there's no point being sucked into their puddles.
So is there a way back from the Dutch quads against these, effectively, the under-23 world champions? They're pretty much in contact. They're still possible to do something. They've got great technique, but they're up against it, rowing in the dirty puddles. And John Hedger's just warning the British quad. They've come over. Sam Mayer steering in the stroke seat of the British quad, and he's being warned by John Hedger to get over to his side. What's that going to do? Is that going to affect them at all?
Well, yeah, it's the judge's decision whether they're interfering or not. In a length apart, that could be counted as interference. You get across, you do not want to be disqualified at this point. And they've not broken away from this Skøll crew. This Skøll Orca crew is staying in touch. These guys won it last year. They know what to do. They know the course. They're not going to be put off by being a length down.
Well, Krummerhoek was in that boat last year. He's in the final of the Diamonds. Big, powerful ergo guy to lose from this Dutch quad, but they have contact, they have overlap. You can see it for yourself, can't you? They're creeping up. And I'll tell you one thing, Jess, one thing I always used to be paranoid racing was about a Dutch crew in the last quarter of the race, the last 500, because they have a sprint.
I've raced against many Dutch crews at Olympics and world stage, and they are very renowned for having that sprint at the end. Little look around. Are we in touch still? And you are, guys. You're sitting 3/4 length down. That is doable in these kind of conditions, in this kind of boat. You can have a turn of pace.
They've been working so hard to keep contact, the Dutch, and just with around about 500 metres to go, you can see it down the course, coming up to the mile and the quarter signal there. And the British quad looks smooth and controlled out in front. A lot of power in that boat. Nice, easy send.
They've responded. The British crew's responded, and I think they're breaking away now. They've decided to sprint at the bigger crew. They're outweighing this Dutch crew by almost 10 kilos. You'd expect them to have a faster finish, stronger boys there.
Absolutely. Well, two of that crew rode in the junior quad that won in Rio in 2015. Josh Armstrong from Edinburgh and Sam Mayer from Westminster. And he went to Harvard, so they know each other, they know how they race, they know how they like to row, they know they can rely on each other at the end of races, and that's what you've seen now. Bourne, Hayward, Armstrong and Mayer stretching it out. So we come up to the finish. There's the shots. Dutchman looking round. Job Hupslot. Where's the finish? It's coming up soon, but you're not going to be in the lead. It's the British quad from Edinburgh University Nottingham take the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup ahead of the crew from the Netherlands. Massive celebrations as the British crossed the line. Took that race comfortably out. Confirmation of that result there. So the British quad stood calm and collected at the start. Nice, easy first stroke. Both crews punching together. Just a slight lead from the British crew at the top of your picture. And then you spotted it, Jess. They just pulled out a little bit at this point.
Yeah, both boats almost came together in the middle of the course, and the Brits looked like they had it in the bag, but this Dutch crew really pushed them coming into that third quarter of the race, and we thought they were going to see some fireworks towards the line, but there's a great response by the British crew. Just meant they eked out to that length lead.
Crossing the line, you could see what it means to these guys. I think the hand went up from Josh Armstrong first, rowing in the Edinburgh University strip, the light blue. A lot of Edinburgh University crews here doing well.